Hello, welcome back to the Beijing Invitational. It's day 2 here, and we've just had a 16-0 victory come in for the Gamer Legion squad over Heroic. Definitely not what was expected.
No, we were kind of thinking like, oh, if there's any game that's going to be blowout tonight, it's going to be G2 versus One More Time. That's just how it's meant to be. Obviously, One More Time being the team coming through the qualifier, just not necessarily, playing at the same level of Counter-Strike that G2 normally does.
Exactly.
And yeah, we saw just a couple of days ago, Gamer Legion played versus Heroic, super close battle on Overpass, went into double OT and all that good jazz. And now, instead, we're ending up in a situation where they get smashed out of the server 16-0. So, yeah, we got caught off guard by that, and I think Heroic did as well.
Yeah, I think Freiburg was even caught off by that. He definitely said on Twitter he had no words. He didn't know what to say.
Yeah, it's like, I don't know what to tweet, to be honest. It's like, fair enough, I guess.
Yeah, well, he's obviously made the right decision to go to Gamer Legion, it seems, at the moment. But, yes, that was the game that's just passed. You have got another one coming right up. And this is, on paper, the one that should be the least competitive, but it's
hard to not be more competitive than what we just saw.
It can't be. It physically can't be.
that is the problem, right? Barring everybody just giving up and disconnecting from the server, which is highly unlikely. I'm going to put that out there.
Definitely highly unlikely. But one more time, if you're unfamiliar with them, as many of you probably are, they are the team that made it through the qualifier. They started in the open qualifier and moved through to the actual tournament. So that's not an easy feat. You have a lot of teams you have to play against. They had like the likes of Gambit youngsters they had to take on as well.
Beat Apex, obviously.
Yeah.
Mastodon from Norway.
There we go. So they have a bunch of different teams they had to beat, and they finally get here. And it's not going to get easier for them as they go up against G2 in their opening matchup.
Yeah, you're kind of just rewarded. It's like pest or cholera kind of thing. Yeah, you're just rewarded with getting G2 in your first matchup in the group stage. But to be fair, that's as an up-and-coming team, that's what you want. You obviously want to get matched up with the best teams in the world and see what your level actually is and how well you can do for yourself. So this is going to be a great learning experience for them. It's not like they're completely foreign to the concept of playing good teams, obviously. I mean, Hades, for instance, in that team has played for HGO. And HGO at a certain point, not necessarily for long, HGO kind of went through a period where a lot of players gotta go out at their lineup, but he's definitely. I think he played the Polish. I want to see Polish Championship with AGO and played against Virtus Pro and the likes. So he's got some experience in that sense, playing against better teams. Yeah,
well, G2 are going to be playing with Kiyoshima. He's going to be the stand-in. Lucky still there. Shox is gone, and Lucky is there for now. That's the key word. But it's going to be Dust too, and this kind of scares me because obviously G2 are a very good team on this map, and if Kenny S is having a good game, I don't think One More Time we're going to be able to stand a chance.
Yeah, I think you might be onto something there, not going to lie. We'll see, though. The odds here coming in at the start of the game, 1.09 in favor of G2, 6.87 for One More Time, and that seems pretty damn reasonable. So Lucky, the one to be the initial defender for G2 here as we see the move up long from One More Time.
Well, Lucky, great headshot towards long. That's the first blood drawn. He goes back for more, and this is beautiful from Lucky so far. It'll be Jax to steal away that one. And it's Hades and XZ left alone to fight against the rest of G2. And, well, XZ's doing a decent job. He's got himself a kill towards Jax. He's going to get a little bit more than that, though. 1v2 would be the quad kill clutch. The bomb is on the floor. And it's going to be pretty difficult to recover that one. But a great headshot goes back for more, and this could be perfect. XZ pulls it off, and the pistol's there for One More Time. A great display of skill.
Yeah. And I guess if you're going to go off of basically the maps that they've played in the past throughout the qualifier and so on, XZ was the standout player for this team as well.
Yep.
In a pretty significant manner. So maybe he is one to look out for, if not just for this tournament, but also for the future. Again, we've mentioned this in previous Invitational, the fact that Poland is in a bit of a unique state in terms of where their scene finds themselves in, where they have a lot of talent, but they don't necessarily have a team at the very top end of it. But it seems to be growing well. A lot of very competitive Tier 3 teams, and One More Time might just be another one added to that whole mixture. Well, the aggressive push up mid is not going to bear any fruits for G2 as they get mowed down. Easy going for OMT, and they'll get into the third round without taking any losses at all.
Already more competitive so far than Heroic.
Quite the fight being put up. Maybe it's just the opposite way. One More Time is going to win 60 now.
Yeah. That would be quite the storyline.
That would quite be something. We'll see, though.
G2 have got a buy coming in. It's going to be a pause. Don't really know if it's technical or tactical, but it could be both at this point.
I think it is of the technical nature.
Well, Amanek hasn't bought anything, so we're going to have to, you know, speculate it's him.
Oh, well. Still early days, though. And keep in mind, whoever wins this match is going to go right into a best-of-3 series versus Gamer Legion, who very handedly beat Heroic in their first matchup. We'll see what it comes down to. And again, all of these teams fighting for that spot at IEM Beijing later on in the year. I think it's, first real Tier 1 tournament that we've seen in China, in the sense that you're getting everyone who's everyone out of the top teams. So qualifying for that tournament is obviously going to be a massive thing. We'll see what comes of it, though. So a lot of typing going on in chat right now.
Yeah, that's definitely technical.
Yeah, I think it's down to the fact that Amanek was, I don't know, something was up with Amanek because he was the only one who hadn't bought up. Now he's finally back in it. We're into the countdown once more. And G2 have bought up. So now I guess the real challenge begins if you're the Polish team.
Yeah. And we have had some really interesting technical pauses during the Invitationals. I think the best one is definitely MSL's kitchen going on fire. Yeah,
that's a bit of a unique one. Definitely so. Took us quite a while to sort that out as well.
Yeah. I remember coming back to the venue super early and sat there for about 40 minutes. Anyway, it's going to be Amanek sitting back here behind the car. He will take one kill on towards Chewy with a bomb hitting the floor. It's on Hades on his own. And well, G2 have found themselves their first on the board in a very convincing fashion here, unless Hades makes one of the best plays we've seen in a while.
Yeah. We did see, well, quite a few crazy clutches yesterday in the Mousesports Force game. Mousesports being the doer of most of them. But seems a little bit unlikely that G2 are going to throw this kind of an advantage. We'll see. Hades needs to clear so many angles, and while he's still able to find the better of Lucky, position is known. HP has been dwindled down a little bit, and now he's going to run into a eventual crossfire here.
Well, Kiyoshima will drop Hades, and there it is. All 5 players falling pretty quickly there on one more time. And it will be 2-1 here. G2 find their first. And in the first gun round, the most important affair as well, you would say.
Absolutely so. And doing it in such a clean fashion is always a benefit. Now, one more time, actually get to reap the rewards of having such a good start, at least initially money-wise. They're still going to be able to get an op-out on K. Hades, it seems, swapping it around and go from there. But they need to find results early, obviously. This is going to drain the entirety of their economy. And I think we talked about this yesterday as well when it saw Dust 2 coming up, cropping up. I think it was X Epsilon who played versus Mousesports. We talked about how probably regardless of what map you end up going into in that veto, you're not going to be favored if you're X Epsilon, or in this case, one more time. So you're better off simply going for a map like Dust 2 because of the upset potential that it has.
Yeah, definitely.
Even though it is, again, one of the, just like for Mousesports, this is one of the better maps for G2 as well.
Yeah, it's just quite unfortunate for one more time, but we'll see. They're putting up a decent fight already. They've got the AWP. That's something that G2 do not have. And, well, the problem does become if Hades falls with that AWP and you get it into the hands of Kenny.
Freebie AWP.
Yep.
It's probably the last thing you want.
Well, Kenny's under pressure. XC doing some damage onto him. Doesn't overextend. Doesn't want to overcommit to the corner. And Kenny's just staying in the same position. 67 HP. Head shoves again. He gets the info that they're still there. And we'll get the headshot on the M4A1S. The rest of the troops starting to charge in towards short. Kenny's going to be under pressure, but he's got a flash up into the air. It works perfectly. It's Jax who helps him as Kenny gets 2 more. That's 3 already. The quad kill from Kenny. And it's Chewy on his own. It has to be an heroic clutch yet again here. And, well, a 1v5, it's just looking unlikely. Kenny S looking for the ace, but it's Lucky. He'll take that away from him. So 2-2, G2 showing that they've got a hell of a lot of skill. Absolutely
so. It's great individual display from Kenny, also having the patience to wait for the flash from Jax as well. You can see that he threw up his own flash initially, which is going to have, well, pretty much the majority of the One More Time team actually turn around. It's easy to spot, so not too hard to dodge, but a second follow-up flash that we're going to see from Jax that ends up flashing K and I want to say FRZ, but Froz maybe?
Yeah, Froz,
yeah.
Freeze.
The Polish player.
Yeah, FRZ.
Yeah, no, it's...
Well, he's got a kill. That's all that matters for him. But Kiyoshima, he will take 2 of his own. Lucky able to find 1. And Kenny will drop another with the op. So 3 in a row here for G2. And if this is the way things are to go, one more time might have a very tough time.
Yeah. Again, keeping in mind how they won that pistol round as well, off of XG having a remarkable 4-kill. That is, it's not boding well necessarily.
Not at all. And well, the op's in the hands of Kenny. And I did say before this, if Kenny's having a good game on Dust 2, he could pretty much win it on his own. So, yeah, scary times for one more time. They're going to have to try and shut him down. But here he's fast towards long. He's going to be taken down by Jax. And Kenny's gone. So Jax has to do a little bit more work. Jax is one of my favorite players to watch in this position, though. The pit and towards Longhouse, he's such an excellent player. And he's doing a great job here. 3 kills. It leaves FRZ and Kai into a 2v4. And FRZ will start to push up towards the A bomb site, but Lucky's not really wanting to take that fight.
I just spotted it as well. K is the one that's the unknown for the time being, but as you can see, G2 are spreading out on the map so heavily that both of the B defenders have now cleared out Underpass and T-spawn. They're going to be able to find the bomb as well. That's, I guess, more the harrowing issue for OMT right now, the fact that they're nowhere near the bomb. And Jax was looking really good with the M4. Not so hot with the Krieg there from Pit.
No, sometimes it can be a cruel mistress, the Krieg, if you can't control it too well.
Yeah. Well, Almanac is posted up in the right spot. He does have control over the bomb as well. And this is, well, where the nightmare begins. Flash not going to do anything at all. Easy kill for Almanac, and he knows where the last one is. And K, even if he were to survive that, he's already been boxed in by Kiyoshia from the back. So G2 handled that pretty nicely. No real worries or scares there. And one more time on their end, they're running out of money. It's going to be a half buy investment before they go on to the next buy. But right now, G2 very much in charge of things. 4 rounds in a row, looking to make it 5.
Well, one more time. Starting to reach the tunnels. It's going to be a rush on in, and Kiyoshima's looking to hold on. He's done well for the first kill, but probably should have got a little bit more there. Luckily, XC's able to drop him. Amanek towards the window couldn't really assist too much. So one more time, have got the bomb site. They're going to be going for the bomb plant. 1 HP on FRZ as well. So that's a job done for them, really. One more time, I'll be pretty happy about that. And Chewy is in a decent position here to catch off one player. KDS is coming in from CT. He needs to be careful that he doesn't get caught off by this pistol. He goes into the open, and Kenny, so quick, gets the kill onto Chewy. And it's into a 3v4. One more time, trying to hold on to the bomb site for as long as possible. It's almost inevitable that G2 will win this as Jax comes back in from tunnels. There's the cleanup with 1, but Lucky comes in for the rest. It's going to be 5-2 here as G2 get the defuse in. But one more time, again, pretty happy with 2 kills in the bomb plant there.
Yeah, definitely could have gone a whole lot worse. Nifty little Molotov setup from Lucky there as well. Make the most out of it, and that's a kill for his troubles as well. But yeah, G2 definitely getting back into the swing of things. It seems like the loss of the pistol round was just a mere setback. We'll see if they can continue on with this good form. We'll also see if we're going to see too much action out of Hades on that op. Obviously, he's got a pretty tremendous task having to deal with Kenny S, but if he actually can find some early openings potentially and set things up for his teammate. And G2 actually expending a lot of utility for, well, to give the illusion of that they're fighting for long control, but decides actually to dip out and heavily posturing up towards Catwalk.
Well, Jax.
Oh, look
and
at Kyo.
Yeah. This is going to be almost impossible for FRZ to get away with his life there.
And now they know. Like, they've cleared out everything as well. Almanac and T-spawn. They know that the only place they can be on the map is either right side of top mid or long.
Well, they just got to commit to it at this point one more time as they sprint in towards the bomb site. It's Kenny S for the first kill, looking to flick back for the second. He will not get it. Jax actually has to take that one. Bomb plant coming through yet again, though, for one more time. Hades and Chewy left alone, and there it is. Amanek and Jax, they clean it up. 6-2 here for G2. And if there was any sort of question marks about how they would play, I think they're playing pretty well.
Yeah, absolutely so. And they're taking their liberties as well. You can see that there. Second time around, they've been very adamant about pushing aggressively in towards Upper Dark to get some more information once it's been just a little bit too quiet. And I guess this is one of the issues that you run into. If you're a fairly new team, you're not necessarily, well, relying on keeping your opponent honest at any single time, then yeah, a team like G2 is definitely going to take advantage of that and abuse you off of the fact that you're not maintaining map control. And we've seen that twice now.
Exactly, and I think a player we talked about there was Kenny, but I feel a player that's almost built for annoying teams like One More Time is Jax. He just loves to get super aggressive. And if you're not able to punish that, he's just going to wreck you every single time.
Absolutely. He's the kind of player who spends more time inside of Long Cave than in pit or in the corner. This time, Keo has at least been kept honest over towards the B bomb site.
Seems like it really is only Xe getting these kills, though.
Yeah, no, so far it's been very limited with the production from everyone else, but there we go. Okay, just going to chime in on a kill with Kenny. Kenny not expecting one player to actually move past in through mid. Now, Amanek has one hell of a task.
Yeah, and it's not going to happen for him. He gets split through the window and the tunnels at the same time. He will be dropped in. Well, this is looking likely that One More Time should pick up another here. So, lucky Jax, I think a safe call here is warranted.
Yeah, I think you run to pick up the op on the side of Kenny S, where he died in mid, if that's a possibility, and then duck you out.
Even though money's not really a problem. You just can't win this, really.
Exactly. That's more of the thing. You don't throw it away just for the sake of throwing it away. Serves zero purpose whatsoever. Not going to be able to really do that much damage to the economy, most likely, of One More Time. And with them having a bomb plant as well, they're getting money. They're going to have enough to rebuy as well on that T side. A little bit different scenario if it would have been, I guess, a role reversal, where we had the two Ts running after CTs just to see if they could find some kills to make things a little bit more painful. There we go, though. No ops picked up, though, on the side of G2. They weren't able to scavenge that. So, just going to dig into the wallets of G2, or specifically Kenny S, but nothing that they really can't deal with. Let's see, though. That's at least One More Time stopping a 6-round run from G2 Esports, and that was much needed. I don't understand, like, the peeking from Hades with the op. If he's solely peeking for information, that's fair enough, but he keeps crouching, making himself unable to shoot anyone, even if he goes for a crossbot.
Well, I like this boost coming in from Kai. Really well played there. Just in the opening kill, but can they deal with Jax in the pit? That's the question. Molotovs come in, but he's still got a kill. Lots of Molotovs come his way, and he will still get a second. Chewy, his head is gone, and Jax is still alive. This is unbelievable that Jax stays alive in that position. Hades left alone in a 1v4. It's just not going to happen for him. And again, it's Jax that's the thorn in their side.
Yeah, somehow surviving even with being, well, locked into a spot by two Molotovs. Obviously, not having any sort of backup as well, because I think it was, might have been Kenny or Keo who was trapped around in the corner by bus stop. So, yeah, by all normal standards, Jax should die there. But the fact that he finds an immediate headshot onto the second player after those two Molotovs goes down, just really puts or throws a spanner into the works. And you said it as well. He's a bit of a master when it comes to holding that pit position. He showcases why.
Well, Kenny making his way through the smoke. Everyone says it's going to be there, but missed shot. He's missed a few of these so far towards mid, but it doesn't scare him away. And probably should have. Zexy will take him down. It's going to be Kiyoshima with 1 kill, but it's a 1 and done. And that keeps the advantage afloat here on One More Time. Amanek under pressure in the B bomb site yet again. They surely know there's a weakness here, but they're trying to make the play through short. But Jax, he's got the headshot. He's ready for it. As Amanek needs to be ready in the B bomb site. He hits the first and the leg shot coming in onto the second. That is so unfortunate for Amanek, and that does give an opening for One More Time as they head in towards the B bomb site. They'll get the bomb plant, the grenade coming in. But Lucky's going to move on in flash. It's so quick here as Lucky will try and get it, but as Jax actually walks away with both.
He's doing it all. Here we go, setting up his teammates with flashes, but also getting the kills needed. Yeah, that's definitely the type of retake that you want to attempt if you're G2 in that situation. So far, all things good in the hood for G2, even though Kenny started off hitting shots, but as you said, yeah, both times we've seen him peer in towards middle, and it hasn't really paid any dividends for him. He seems to be constantly getting caught out by the fact that there's one player on One More Time who's snuck past into the little cubby on Kenny's left side. But to the right side of mid for the T's. And Keo, well, he's feeling confident, already making his way in towards lower, and, well, he's going to have an opportunity to do a whole lot of damage here soon.
Well, Amanek with the first kill, gets the second as well. Holding on to the bomb site, still under pressure, but he's doing a decent job. Nearly gets the third, but FRZ will take him down. Chewy as well. Kiyoshima arriving in from behind, doesn't get anything. It's Kenny who has to do it all here, alongside Jax.
One of the players on the side of One More Time has at least been tagged down pretty heavily. They don't have too much utility after this point. 2 flashes, but nothing really that's going to distract G2 from walking through any of the entrances. Nade gets chucked in as well.
Nade does so much damage as well. Drops FRZ to 16 HP, but they still have the bomb site here, the T side, and G2 are finding it pretty difficult to get in here, especially with the AWP of Kenny. He's got to be very quick, and Jax is gone. It's all on Kenny, and Hades grabs him, so it 4.
A little bit surprised actually to see Kenny not being the one leading the charge with the AWP, and
definitely should have been, I feel there.
Much bigger, well, chances of Jax being able to find a multi-kill there in that scenario than Kenny with an AWP. But One More Time will take it. It means that they get a 4th round on the board, so we're able to put a fight here, and we're seeing them find success over towards the B bomb site for the majority part of it. That and through middle, doing a lot of good for them. They haven't been as successful with their long takes, mainly due to Jax working his magic inside a pit.
Smoke up on short. Kenny, his vision is gone on that position. Playing anti-flash, but not coming his way just yet. There's the flashbang. Kenny will get 1 onto FRZ. And it'll be the man advantage for G2 to play with, as Kenny backs off towards long. Also has the help of Jax in the pit, and Kenny's got that. Minute left, bomb planted. 40 seconds, as G2 have to try and mount this retake. They've got the 2-man advantage here. On paper, you would say this should happen, but decent positions for One More Time.
A decent position for the time being at the very least. Still a lot of utility to go through on the side of G2, though. That's going to be so helpful. And there we go. You see the benefits of it. Amanek's flash already making life difficult for Chewy and K, and Hades doesn't really stand too much of a chance, does he?
No, that's just a brilliant retake from G2. Very, very well played.
They even still had more utility to fall back on. Even if they weren't as successful just right off the bat, they had more to throw out there.
Yeah, that's just very well communicated as well. Nothing you can do if you're One More Time. And 9-4.
Yeah, for a team that's well, we can't necessarily call G2 a dead team with the liners they're playing right now, but obviously Lucky knows that he's not a part of the plans for the future. Keo obviously just being slotted in a very short amount of time for him. He's also going to be playing New York for them, but the fact that they're able to work this well off of each other is a good sign.
Well, One More Time starting to make their approach through middle. Molotov is going to come in. Flash over the top. Blinds 4 of the 5 players on the T side, so...
That's stat pattern flash right there.
That is a really nice flash. Doesn't do a whole lot in the end.
This is G2 with a clear indication that they want to shore up that B bomb site. And might have been the read that One More Time had as well as they move back towards short. Kenny trying to attack Kenny with no flashes whatsoever has never been a good idea at any iteration of Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
It proves to be true once again. And he finds the third before he falls as well.
Yep, nothing you can really do about that, unfortunately. One More Time, no utility to play with, so they just kind of have to throw men
bodies,
at him.
Yeah. Well, you would have liked to see them actually coordinate those bodies, I guess, and get some double peeks in there, but Takes them 2 casualties before that pops into their head, and that leaves, obviously, Hades in a really rough spot together with Chewy. It's a good start, though.
Yeah, Chewy's got 2 kills. Third may come in from Hades, who's lagging everywhere, but he will get the kill nevertheless. It is going to be all on the Keo coming back in, missing the shots, though, as Chewy's just hiding, takes the headshot, and that is 9-5. One more time. They pull it off.
They really do. It looked like a bit of a hopeless situation for them right there as it stood, but excellently done by Chewy. Nets himself 3 kills. Doubles his frag total, but definitely you can't complain about the timing to find a round like that.
This could be a good half from one time. Already is pretty decent with finding 5, but
yeah,
I think at 9-6, that's pretty impressive.
I'll definitely not scoff at that. See if they find more success as they once again throw out nades towards long. Jax, no, it's Lucky this time actually to make his way over towards pit, and he's going to be equally successful. XE out and about, now down to his doom.
Keo holds the mid doors. Therefore, sensing behind it, and Keo.
No head armor.
Yeah.
His crosser was just flying all over the place.
Well, Lucky, he's going to try and rectify that error, but it's not going to happen for him. Therefore, Zeb will take him away. It's a 3v3. Well recovered again from one more time. And they will start to make their way in towards the B-bomb site. There's a player in the tunnels. It's Amanek, but he's only got a UMP.
And Jax made his way through long into mid right now. So the retake can't commence. This time, though, G2 did not have the benefit of having a ton of utility. They have a decoy and a smoke. The smoke can be used to potentially block off that corner where you see Chewy sitting right now, make his life a little bit worse for wear. Or at the back plateau, we'll see how they use it. Oh, just going to put it down in the middle of the side. Bit of an odd one, but won't matter too much either. Hades has already dropped Jax.
A nice effort from Kenny, but it's not going to happen for them. 9-6 half coming in from one more time. Not bad at all. And we move into the second with a chance to really make this competitive. If they find a pistol in the follow-up, you know, there's a real chance that they should even that scoreline against G2.
Absolutely so. We'll see, though. The first pistol that they won here on Dust 2 on their T side, that wasn't necessarily something you can plan for. It wasn't off a strategical execution. It was literally just XZ being a bit of a hero. But again, you can live with that every now and again. We'll see if they have anything special in plans for their CT side pistol.
Well, your odds from GG.Bet, 8.49 to that of 1.06 for G2, but it's a brilliant headshot from Kai that starts things off onto Amanek.
Well, as it stands right now, man advantage with the CTs. Bomb is still moving over towards Upper Dark, and it seems like this is more or less just G2 trying to sell a fake. They've done this before as well. They just want to try to get one of the players at long all the way up towards site to create some havoc, but that's not happening. XZ and Hades combining well. It still has pulled out players from the B-bomb site, so bomb plant should be happening, but still, 2v5, now 2v4. No utility, though, on the side of the Polish team.
Oh, wow. My God. Keo with 2, Kenny with 1, and make it another for Kiyoshima as they make it happen, and that's G2 with their display of individual ability. It was the winning factor for one more time in their pistol. G2 get it done here as well. So 10-6. G2 hit double figures, and that's a much-needed pistol if they want to close this without letting one more time reach a respectable scoreline.
Yeah, what I was about to say, we might see one more time actually opt in for a save. Instead, it's going to be the Force Spy. Triple Scout coming out here. And even still, it's Kenny to find the first tag. They might not have spotted the one player moving into Lower Dark, though.
3 players quickly pushing through long, though, from G2. Maybe a flash over the top, but a kill from Keo, holding off the aggressive stance from XZ. Missed shot on the scout coming in. It's going to be a very aggressive play from Amanek. Just keeps running forward, not scared of anything. And still has a Molotov in his hands to clear the angles, but it's Kai holding a bit of a gap in the smoke for the cross. He's going to hit the shot, but it doesn't do a whole lot. Kenny obviously wearing very thick shoes.
He's got those things that you see on the Instagram ads.
Yeah, the moon boots, but Chewy with 2. And the UMP seems to be the weapon of choice for him, but Kenny, he does land one shot, but has to back away. 2v3, and G2 not looking so solid here.
No, and the worst part is Kenny's obviously within, well, death range, if you want to call it that, to the scouts. And Keo, I mean, he's not that much, well, that far off either. Right now, pretty significant advantage. All right, cheeky nade attempt there onto Hades. There's Kyushima launching a nade over from long corner onto Catwalk. Only does about 6 damage, but still. It's all about, one more time, not getting into their own heads and starting to overthink things. They do have a pretty solid setup here in terms of covering the angles, though.
Well, Kenny has got a Galil this time. And maybe
Not
that
for
was
long.
maybe that was the wrong choice. Hades will drop his head, and Kiyoshima has a 1v3 in his hands. He has got full HP, 9 seconds though, has to commit to the bomb plant. No utility to force him off it though. So still a good chance for Keo as they start to run in towards him. He really should have got that first one, and Hades will drop him.
Feels like Keo's... The way Keo walks into angles right now and starts spraying seems really off. It's like
he
something
seems
out
a
of
little off.
Kirby. Yeah, it seems like he's trying to adapt Kirby's spray style, which is...
Wrong.
Yeah. But nonetheless, one more time, they bring it back. Triple scouts, apparently what you need to fight off the second round attack from G2 and puts them right back into it. So even if they did lose the pistol, they're actually better off as it stands right now. G2, they're on for a bit of a save, and what you guys at home can do as well is you can protect your bet fast and easy with no queues, no business hours, no rejections. You can make a bet on GG.Bet.com and insure your bet with the code SAVE, all capital letters.
Easy to remember.
Just think of James when you type it in.
It's actually the face that greets you as soon as you do it. Amanek with a double flash. He's going to try and allow G2 to get into a position where these pistols can maybe create some chaos. Thing is, G2 should be a team that probably on paper should be the best team in France, but it's pretty crazy we have 2 really solid French teams.
Absolutely. So Hades has been dealt with, but Eggsy still making it hurt for the Frenchies here. They will get a bomb plant down eventually, but hopes of winning out the round is very quickly diminishing. All right, then.
All right, yeah.
That's one way to set up a retake there. And OMT, they're going to make it to 8 here. It's not too much of a surprise. But the bomb plant for G2 is definitely something they want. They can make sure that Kenny's obviously going to get an op in his hands. Live's going to be pretty good in terms of utility as well.
So 10 to 8. OMT. Positive signs from them, really.
Yeah.
I think being able to challenge G2 this much and still stand a chance realistically of winning this as well is a really good sign for the future for this team. And if Heroic are playing the way they are, then
anything's
yeah, exactly. If one
anything's
more time
possible.
have to go to the lower bracket, they could beat them.
Absolutely. So now though, Kenny's got the op in his hands. It's a glass cannon at that. SG's on Amanek and Lucky. As mentioned, the utility is going to be pretty healthy for the T's as well, so they can set up for pretty much anything they want to do. They can also expend a fair bit in just a way of getting map control. For the time being, though, nobody on the CT side actually just playing too aggressively or too far forward. Fairly cookie cutter stuff as it is right now. We have K rotating down in towards CT spawn. That was actually one of the positions where it felt like the G2 defense had quite a few issues dealing with it. Like once they were swinging in from CT spawn, more often than not they would get just traded out without necessarily too much of an issue, and also creating quite heavily instability in the defense of G2. But we'll see if that's going to be a problem that OMT runs into as well.
Yeah, it feels like a lot of that as well was just some questionable decisions. I mean, Kenny got smoked off, and he goes through the smoke, and okay, if you get 1 kill, you fall away with it, but he misses the first shot and continues to push
back
forward.
in, yeah.
Did it quite a few times as well. It wasn't just a one-off. So.
Might be some hubris, I suppose.
Yep.
That was at a period of time where they were doing pretty hot for themselves. Right now, it's a much closer contest, though. Grenades go out and towards the B site, courtesy of, I think that was Amanek.
Utility's not great left here on the CT side.
Yeah, no, it really isn't. It's pretty sparse. 2 flashes and a smoke. Oh, just the dry peek, and Hades just a little bit off, but well, draws attention at the very least.
Well, Chewy and FRZ into a 2v4. It goes for the spam, but it's Jax who will take him away. And Chewy is left alone on the B-bomb side. Has to run away. Perhaps getting the Millennium Falcon fly away to safety. And G2 will hit 11.
That they'll do. And doing so in a pretty clean fashion. Lucky the only one to fall. And as good of a job, one more time, they are doing to keep themselves in this game. You do feel like it's more or less a matter of time before G2 hit that kill switch and kind of go off on a run to close this game out. It's what you'd expect, at least, of a team of this caliber. I'm actually just going to let Chewy be by his lonesome as well. No interest from either Jax or Kiyoshima to run into T-spawn, see if they can find anything there. So at least one weapon carried over, and that's actually going to allow for them to force up into this one. MP9 on one player, Hades on scouts, and then 3 remaining with M4s. And this is feeling like a bit of a last stand if you're one more time here.
Yeah, but you know we've seen them win with the scouts. We'll have to take some sort of positive, and we'll put a spin on it. We'll see if they can do anything with this. Hades is looking for the head of a player in the pit and was pretty close to connecting onto that. But G2, once they know the shot's rattled off, they can send a few more players in towards pit safely and try and seize control of Long. And well, they have Molotov the car. Smoke comes in. And will be Kenny to pick up the first kill on the AWP. It's onto Hades. The battle of the sniper is not really going in the way of the pole, so the rest of the push coming in towards long position. It is going to be a spray, but it's Xe walking away with 1 kill. Should have probably dropped a little bit sooner than that, but Jax is able to trade.
Oh, they're not going to expect the Gandalf position. K denies the bomb plant. Still plenty of time for G2 to deal with this, but
they're not.
Yeah, they're not as of right now. Lucky not being able to actually make his way around towards Catwalk. He's being held up in double doors, and that's actually going to... Well, okay, K's actually just able to walk out of that position. That's completely wild.
Yeah, that is crazy. But Lucky eventually will take him away, though. Chewy doing damage onto Kenny, but spins back and finds Lucky before hitting the deck. His Amanek will get the headshot, but it's all on FRZ. 1v2 has an M4 to play with if he wants it, and he's got it in his hands. He'll go back in with a Molotov, forcing him into the open. Amanek will drop him. A nice attempt from one more time, but G2 will get 12.
That could have gotten dicey very quickly. I thought for a second that K was actually going to be able to make it all the way over to Catwalk without being spotted at all, which would have been completely crazy. You could see like Kenny, who was posted up along, who was initially holding that position, he had no idea that he'd already made the trek over. I think it was Jax to find him luckily at the end. But there we go. End result ends up being a 12th round for G2. And, well, this is a bit of a stack on the side of the CTs, and already we have 2 players from G2 out on long. Highly unlikely that we're going to see any success with this from the Polish boys. Unless we're going to see some, well, unique mind games from G2 onto themselves, really, where they convince themselves to go back into this B-bomb side. They haven't ran into any sort of resistance over towards long, so there's no real reason for them to stop. And again, utilizing the range of the weaponry to the best of their ability is always going to be something that they look to do. And Kyo handles K as he pushes into Lower Dark as well. So yeah, at this point, more or less a formality. G2 just looking to keep as many players alive, really, as possible. Shore up that economy. As you can see, Kiyoshima, $450. He wants to make sure he stays alive for a little bit. Amanek peering out with that MAC-10. He gets taken out from multiple angles. Kyo, well, not quite on point. So, sustained losses here. Kenny's also going to go down. Okay, this is a bit of a mess from G2. And they're still going to win the round, but you probably should have kept more than just Lucky alive.
Definitely. And will he even stay alive? The bomb, yeah, you'll get away. But
yeah, unless he gets picked off by Lucky here, we'll see. Yeah, that's unfortunate, but still, you know, perfectly well done, or executed eco, I suppose, on the side of one more time, making the most out of just having USPs for the better part of it. They keep the economy of G2 honest. This is evident by what Kyo has to really rock up to with this round.
Yeah.
That's Yeah, weapons dropped, and I guess another potential opportunity for OMT to punish G2 if they were to win around here anytime soon.
Utility seems to be a big problem for one more time, though.
Yeah. CT side can get very expensive, and right now they're sitting at 2 flashes, and we're about 15 seconds into the round. Now they're 1 man down as well, so scratch those 2 flashes, it's down to 1.
Well, there's a flash in front of Exi.
That is true.
Let's see if he can get anything done, though. Kiyoshima and Jax on the other end of the wall. Flash goes over the top of middle, and Kiyoshima needs to be careful of this position. Jax is jump spotting, trying to spot anybody that could be there. Eventually, Kiyoshima will start to check the angle, but the timing's good for Exi. He walks away with 1 kill. Looking back for more as well, as he's not done with a short position just yet. Flash comes around the corner, but Exi dodges it. It's Kenny holding the angle towards short. Will he expect Exi to still be here, though? He's going to go towards lower tunnels, and he's going to carry that bomb over towards B. Exi not peeking for info, but Kenny wants to hop up on the box. Doesn't spot anybody there, but Exi's head. It's a slight pixel. It's a slight pixel just above him, but it's Jax who will fall. Kenny tries to get the headshot, but it's not going to come in. Exi is doing a lot of work here. They're going to go back for more. Exi is just going to stand here the whole round and let G2 run at him. They're going to keep coming his way. Eventually he has to fall. Surely Amanek will get rid of him. And now it's Hades' turn. Can he hold on to the A bomb site? 25 seconds as G2 start to move into position. They've got as Molotov, 2 smokes still there. Hades forced into the open it. Amanek will take the headshot. It's into a 2v2.
Yeah, bomb's gonna go down towards Catwalk as well. Chewy, is he gonna see how lucky he is? No, he's not gonna get the opportunity. Amanek with yet another frag.
Well, Amanek has just saved G2 from a very sticky situation. Not done yet, though, as FRZ misses the shot. Goes back for more, lands it. And FRZ, he will fall in the end.
He hit him twice. That was 2 op shots, and he still survived with 6 HP.
Yeah, the material that wall's made out of is probably the strongest known. Yeah,
it has to be. The first bullet literally did 14 damage to Amanek, and then he got sent down to... next shot did 80.
There's definitely some textures on CS that just don't make sense.
Oh, 100%.
There's like cardboard boxes that are literally bulletproof.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, that double door, it is wood, but strongest wood I've ever seen in my life. Need about 15 hits.
That just has giant metal containers that you can shoot right through like it's nothing.
Yeah, that's... yeah, there's not a whole lot of like or logically consistent stuff with CS material, I suppose.
Oh, I like this. Exi has just been the gatekeeper of short. While Kenny's head's going to come up, he will get the information that they're there. And we'll have to just immediately go in here. If they've got a boost going on, they know they're committed to short. So they can just go for the fast play, but a shot comes through the smoke and it lands on the head of Kenny. Luckily, the bomb has been recovered and Jax is trying to sprint in towards the B bomb site. Catches Chewy, looks back towards CT, does damage, and eventually will get that bomb planted.
Amanek posted up with a turret in mid, and he's going to find 2 as well. That pretty much seals the deal. Exi, even though he found 1 frag, he's not going to be able to do a whole lot more in this round. G2, they're going to be, well, up on 15. They're going to be at match point. They're looking to play Gamer Legion in that next round.
Yeah, that should be a fun one. I definitely feel like because G2 have got the caveat that they are not, this isn't the full roster. Yep. Kiyoshima standing in, Lucky won't be there. I feel like that could be a very good game, a very close one.
Yeah, Gamer Legions, I guess, give us no reason to really doubt them, did they?
Yeah, not at all.
In their first matchup, 16-0ing Heroic of all teams.
So 5 in a row for G2. They all have been, you know, relatively close. They've lost a couple of players here and there. But 15-8. It's a last stand by here from One More Time. And the odds, we just keep seeing these. 14.29 for One More Time. Yeah. G2 with a chance of 1 to win this. And I definitely feel like that's the correct call at the minute.
Yeah. It's very unlikely for G2 to fumble this away. Now then. Let's see if they can close that out immediately in style or not. Kenny's not going to get attacked through the doors. And Kiyoshima, in the meantime, has made his way out to long. Finds 1. Exi is actually good for 2. Definitely would have expected him to fall to the second one, but okay, goes back for, well, thirds. That's going to be a little bit too much.
Yeah, a bit too greedy there.
So it's long control. Initially lost for one more time, but it seems like G2 have changed up their mind. They don't actually want to force that issue any further. Omnic's already out in mid, smokes off spawn. And there's only one player on the side of OMT really towards this B area. That's Chewy outside of the boxes right now. I feel like that smoke has a gap in it.
Well,
doesn't matter, I guess.
Amanek gets 2 kills. Like he gets double peeked and he still gets both of them. He's just in a decent angle with a CT player. Couldn't see him quite quick enough. So he gets 2 1v1 fights. Kenny S will finish it off. 16-8 is the final score here with G2 taking the win on Dust 2. They'll move on to our winners match. Best of 3 taking on Gamer Legion.
Yeah, and as you said, due to all the, I guess, asterisks we have surrounding, well, not just Gamer Legion, but also G2, potential for a good map, or good maps, I should say.
A close game.
Yeah, a close affair, at least closer than what we've seen so far. I got to give credit to one more time at the very least. They kept pace with G2 all the way up until 10-8, and then that was G2 just kind of saying enough is enough and putting them to bed. But still, for them, it's going to be a learning experience. They'll play versus excellent opponents throughout. They're going to now go up against Heroic, which is either tomorrow or the day after. But there's going to be more opportunities for them to learn how it is to play versus the really, really strong teams in Europe.
Definitely, indeed. There's some positive signs for them. I believe Xe looks like a very strong player, but we are going to go to a short break. When we return, we have got Gamer Legion taking on G2 in a best of 3 winner matchup.